Hey guys, DMO73 here, bringing you the second deck profile of the day. This is for Gabe's red-black bad Cain list. He called it that because, bless his heart, he threw together this list for me. He made some changes to a list he was already working on, preparing it for post-Vingolf release, but I told him that I wanted to try to focus on stuff that was just a Millennium of Ages, and so bless his heart, he made some quick changes, and so he called it his bad Cain list. I still think it's pretty fun, so I'm going to go ahead and just run through it with you real quick. Not really going to talk about many of the card options just because of the fact that he did kind of have to make some replacements for cards that he was planning on using Vingolf and the dual decks for, but I'm at least going to show you through the list so you can break it off from there and talk about the few things that I know he was going to do different so that you can kind of work from there. So Cain, obviously, this is going to get replaced by, he either said he was going to replace it with Magus or Vlad, but he did run Cain. I felt like Cain did a pretty good job in this build, so I think it could be just fine. It has first strike, when you flip it over, paying only 1 red. Get a free magic stone every turn, can't tap for magic stones. He gives all other cognates plus 200 0, but that doesn't matter for this rebuild. And then you pay 1 red, and he can deal 200 damage to a target Resonator. So I think that's really good, especially for this deck that likes to just kind of really rush down your opponent really fast. I think Cain is a really good ruler for that. Yeah, so moving on from there, we have the stone lineup. 4 red blacks, because the deck is red-black. And then a moon shade to be able to try and also get more red or black out of it consistently. And then 5 basic reds. Pretty straightforward in terms of the magic base. It's primarily red with a splash of black. Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory there. Monster lineup, things that have swiftness: 4 Hunter and Black Forest, and 3 Cthugha the Living Flame. I know that this was what he was planning on using in the next list. Cthugha is really good for Rush because it only has an incarnation of 1, so as you saw in the video, play Hunter, swing in, incarnate into Cthugha, swing in. Really good combo there. For draw power, he was using a couple of 40 Thieves. His 2-drop slot was actually primarily filled with kind of burning effects, so we had 2 Hazzard, 2 Milest, and 3 Vampire Staff to do some kind of continuous effects burn while also still committing a creature to the board. 3 Magus of 3/0 the Magus of Null to help trigger Milest, get some more counters on him, as well as to put some damage on board and to do some shenanigans with low-cost creatures. 4 Loup Garou, because it's a phenomenal 3-drop with swiftness for any kind of red deck. Just being able to just play it and immediately swing in for 700 damage is very powerful. I know that he's going to probably be finding room for Lancelots as well as Loup Garous, so he can just have a card that has swiftness pretty much every single turn. That's definitely going to be a, swiftness deck is definitely going to be a deck to watch out for, especially since we do have a 2-drop swiftness in Vingolf. So you can have, and obviously Lancelot, so you can have a 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop. I don't know if we have a 4-drop with swiftness, we might, and then obviously Blazers and Gilded. So you can literally have your entire deck have swiftness. So just something to watch out for. And to close it out, a couple of Susanowo's the Tempest Swords. This is a 6-drop with swiftness, and if your opponent has a dragon, it becomes a 3-drop with swiftness. Yeah, very powerful, deals a lot of damage really fast to a Resonator and to your opponent's face. Really good card to kind of close out games for red. In terms of spells, 4 Crime and Punishment to serve as kind of spot removal if he needs it. 2 Flames of Outer World to burn J-Rulers as needed, or heavy hitters. 4 Thunders to be able to burn his opponents, or small creatures. 2 Movement and Fetal Movements in Outer World. Remember that this card has been corrected. The text has been corrected to what it should have been. It will still remove all the cards in your opponent's graveyard, like I said, but you'll only take 100, the player you're targeting will only take 100 damage for every Resonator removed, not every card. That's something to keep in mind there with that card. And then we have a couple of Split Heavens and Earth to close out games, and then 3 Ritual of Millenia. With the incarnation stuff, it's possible to just kind of send something to the grave and then bring it back, or if your creature has to trade, you can, you know, you trade with something and then you play Ritual of Millenia and bring your guy back for cheap. Really good. Really good card. I feel like this card is going to get replaced in his next list though with like Wormhole or something like that. But for now, this was a really good card for him to use, I think. So yeah, guys, that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you thought about the deck, what kind of cards you would see switched around in the build. And like, comment, and subscribe as always. Don't forget that today at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be streaming. I'm going to post a quick video about it once I'm actually about to go live, so that you can get your way over there. It probably is actually going to be on Twitch. I'm still trying to figure some stuff out with that, but it'll say in the video right before I go live where you need to go, so be on the lookout for that. And until then, guys, this is DMO73 signing off.